guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. Is my mic muted? No. Okay. It's not muted. Hey, happy Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. Yes, Real Talk with Reese is back in the building, and I am so excited to be here with you tonight. We are going to have a little snippet of all the amazing things that are going to be coming up. I missed you guys. You know what feels so good when you have to like take a little bit of break here and there. And I don't consider it a break. I consider me part of my journey. I'm working on some things, and it wasn't for y'all to have this show this week. Y'all supposed to be studying some other things and looking at some other people for a few seconds and never forgetting about me. You need to be missed sometimes so you can know that you're wanted, right? But really, no, you don't play games like that. Actually, I was just really busy and preparing for so many things that are happening, like so many great things, so many blessings, so many lessons um, have been going on in the last, phew, in the last 2 years, in the last 20 months. But um, we're going to talk about how I'm here, how I'm able to smile, how I get to feel good and look good. Um, and we're gonna talk about that because I tell you guys, my second book that is out was called Creating Your Own Journey. And after having some major things happen in my life, I had to stand on my own word and remember who I am and whose I am, right? And that I create my own journey. And I said, you know what? For Real Talk with Reese, let's go, baby. We got to get back to the people and give them what they need. And one of the reasons why I say that is because this world is absolutely off the chain right now. But guess who don't care? Me. This world could be upside down, round, side up. It could be sideways. I really don't care. I don't care about that because you want to know why? Because my superpower is faith. And sometimes even a superhero get knocked down, and even a superhero sometimes got to go recharge and go find out who had that kryptonite and knock it out their hand, right? And the universe and whatever was going on, I had to go knock that kryptonite out their hand because can't nobody stop me. I'm unstoppable because my superpower is faith. Well, guess what? You too can be a superhero because your superpower should be faith. Everybody's superpower should be faith. Just imagine us, a bunch of like minded people being superheroes and all of their superpower being faith. We would crush this world. We would kill it, okay? We would take over. Everybody would be smiling because I'm gonna be the leader of that, okay? Just so you know. And we will be smiling. We will be having a good time. We'll be vibing out together. We will be enjoying life because our superpower is faith. So every time something come up at me, boom, you gotta throw them bows. You gotta knock it off. You gotta push it back and let those things that happen to you understand that you're not gonna be knocked down. But also, you gotta sit back and look at it. And you gotta sometimes sit back like and look at the enemy, which is your problem and really figure out how did this get here? How did this get here in my life? Why am I right here at this time today at this point in my life? And it can be a great thing. I'm not even saying it has to be negative. If you can sit back and look and say, how am I here? And you are having an amazing time that you have beat all the odds and at this time right now you are living in your glory, congratulations. Then you sit back and you still need to think about that. How did I get here? And then you sit back, and if there's something major going on that is not the greatest, you need to sit back and think, how did I get here? Because the blessing is always in the lesson. Everything that you go through, you have to grow through, and you're gonna hear me repeat that over and over because it's not cliche, it's the real deal, Holyfield. I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much. So listen, I have a couple gems that I just wanted to drop. I want to give you a few things. I'm going to have, it's starting in July, I will be doing a call every morning. And I'm just really, you guys need to like DM me, text me, however you communicate with me, email me, um, and let me know if 6 a.m. is too early, because I'm trying to start to do the call, and it's only going to be for 15 or 20 minutes. And it's going to be a Monday through Friday call, and it's just going to be a motivational, inspirational call. I'm gonna pray, meditate, and say the word for that day, and we're gonna move on about our business, because guess what, we've got to connect with one another. We've got to change the energy, the frequency, and the mindset of what's going on with everyone. It's just so many people just down and out, and I get it. Everybody is not built the same, and I told myself, everybody not built like you, Reese. Everybody's not built like me, but you're not supposed to be built like me, because everybody has their own purpose. And I am not being cocky when I say everybody's not built like me. The reason why I am, hey Bree, I love my daughter. I love you, baby. You such a beautiful young woman. I'm so proud of her. She's getting ready to go into nursing school. She been doing her daggone thing. Got what, 3 certifications? She's a massage therapist. She's an esthetician. She STNA, and now getting ready to enter nursing school. So proud of you. Keep it moving, keep it going. I love where you are in life. And listen, so um, we've all have to connect, and we've got to try to start changing our mindset. And I just keep seeing so many things on my timeline, so many, woe is me, so much grief. It's a lot of grief. There's a lot of grief. And I get it, because listen, I lived it. God gave me another testimony, and that testimony will be lived out. There will be a whole class, the light after loss will be ramping up really soon. And if you didn't know, right before my son passed, August the 6th, um, of 2004, I had just finished a book. If you're really close to me, you knew that. I finished a book. I never published a book. I was going to publish it for my 50th birthday, and I never got to publish it. And so in honor of me working through my grief and seeing the other side of my grief and understanding my purpose, I am going to be publishing that book for my birthday this year. So that'll be coming out. Um, and whew, I'll tell you, it's been some stuff going on in life with the grief. With you hear about the president, let me tell y'all what I don't care about. And yeah, people get mad when I say this. I am not about I'm not about politics. I'm not living that life. I'm not getting into that life. I will go vote if I'm not against voting. I think that voting does matter, especially in your local communities, for sure, because those are where the laws are made. Those are where the people tell you how long your sentence is going to be. And we should be involved. Okay. But I don't wake up and look at the news every day, because listen, no, nobody is bigger than God. Nobody is bigger than my mindset, and nobody is going to be bigger than my grind and my will to become what I'm supposed to be. I'm going to live in my purpose and just keep going until I can't go no more. And that's it. So get that mindset and start worrying about what's going on all over the world, and worry about what's going on in your world. And if everybody lives out their purpose, boom, the world's going to be a better place. It really will, because you're going to feel good about yourself. So, the topic today, if you did not see the flyer today, is discomfort should never define you. I want you to sit down and really listen to what I said. And that's the whole reason why I'm having this show today. It's just literally just to get this message out. Discomfort should never define you. And that is what I'm watching happening for so many people right now. the discomfort is defining them. People are waking up angry because maybe, whatever is going on in your life, you're not able to pay your bills like you used to be. Your child is acting out. Your job, you may got laid off your job, or things are going not the way you want it to be in your job, not the way you want it to be in a relationship, a marriage, friendships, whatever the discomfort is, you don't like your body, it should not define you. It's temporary. That's one of the reasons why so many people are stuck. That's one of the reasons why we can't progress. That is one of the reasons why you can't stop and hear the blessings. You can't hear, the whisper that's being in your ear that's telling you to keep the faith, the whisper and the thoughts that are trying to show you which way to go because your mind is so clogged up with mess of stress. Stress will kill you. I am a witness. I am a witness. I am like one of the most healthiest people in the world. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, mommy and daddy, for your DNA. But I am definitely blessed to be 51 years old, and I haven't experienced any health problems. The only time I've ever really been in the hospital was my births, my children. And after the grief and the severe grief, and Lord, man, whoo, fight for my life, fight for my life. I'm still fighting, but I'm fighting with positivity now. I'm fighting with new direction, new energy, new mindset. Um, it started to wear and tear on my body. It wore and tear on my body so bad, and it made me. You had to listen to your body. Your body will tell you when you're doing something wrong as well. And you getting a lot of ailments and illnesses and that we. I'm sorry, but and a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you are creating that. You're creating that within your body. I was creating the situation, this breakout that I just kept having these allergies. All of a sudden, I've never had allergies. I have allergies. And it's because of the extreme sadness, the extreme grief that my body was just breaking down because I was fighting every day to put a smile on my face. But internally, I wasn't really healing. I wasn't moving forward, and I'm human. You're human too. The key is not to stay there. You can't stay there. I learned that. I can tell you right now, because it's been 20 months, that I think about the 15th month was my cutoff, because that's when I really start seeing things start happening to me. And I was like, oh, what? I don't feel myself, and I'm having all these little issues. And the minute that I sat there and I listened and I started praying, I started meditating more, I started listening and quieting the noise and actually listening to myself, to my inner self. Started reading books again because I had stopped reading books. And then I realized, girl, you done messed around and messed up yourself. Meaning you have not utilize your superpowers in the proper way. You're losing. You need to recharge, revamp, plug up your cord and get charged to 100%, and so that you can get back to who you are. And that is what I did. And what I did was I decided that my discomfort was not about to define me. And it's not about to define me. I am going to sit there and figure out why I'm in that discomfort, and then I'm going to find some solutions. You should be solution oriented. That is the key. The key is not to lay there and cry and cry and cry. Hey, look, you can cry. I think I tell y'all all this time. You got to get one big one out, right? One big one. If it's something major, if it's something super major, it's like a major loss. A friend of mine's house burnt down. Well, let me tell y'all something. Because, and this is just to tell you, your girl been through some stuff, and a lot of people wouldn't know that I've been through as much as I have endured, because I shake it off. I shake it off. I keep moving. I'm always trying to help somebody else get through theirs. But I was reminded uh last week. I got a call on Thursday. My friend, oh my gosh, poor baby. And everybody, send some love to Charlie. House burnt down to the ground. I'm talking about, oh, she was pitiful. She loves animals, I think, more than she likes people. And she lost her dog. She had two dogs and a cat. They were burnt. Luckily her kids weren't there. And I'm listening to her and the sadness, and she's talking about it burned down. And then it hit me when I hung up, and I was talking to somebody, and I said, oh, we gotta just everybody send some love to Charlie about her house. And I said, and I started saying it, and before I know it, I was like, yeah, because I've been through that. And then I was like, wait a minute, I have been through that. I literally been through that. Me and my mother, I came home my sophomore year in college, and from Atlanta, shout out to the Freaknik. I had a great time, which at that time was a very great college event. That's what the Freaknik was, a college event for all of us to get together and have fun and vibe out. Don't listen to all that stuff, them videos and stuff. The Freaknik was for college students to have fun. But I came back and I had the ultimate time. And as I drove up the street, I'm looking at my best friend Monica, and I'm like, girl, what if them fire trucks was up there and everything on fire? And I'm laughing. It wasn't, I don't know why I was laughing, because I don't know, but we were just looking at all these fire trucks passing by, passing by. When I got to the top of the hill, I realized they were there for me. And my mother was holding my son, who was a baby, and I saw family members outside and my mother outside, and our house burned down to the ground. There was nothing left there. We lost everything. I have no baby pictures. I don't have my key to the city and my proclamation, and I don't have all the memories. My mother was really good at keeping photo albums. And when I hung up with Jolly, I started thinking, I'm going to need to share some things with her, because at that time it was awful to lose your memories, to lose your past. And it was kind of sad. And I'm sure I was younger, like, young girl, but for my mother, it probably hit way harder. Like, we lost everything, everything, all our memories. And just, and some years would go past and we would both be thinking of something. I'm like, oh, shoot, that was in the fire. But what got me through that is that I created so many new memories that I had forgot that my house burned down until it happened to her. I was like, "Oh shoot, I've been through that," but it was tough. But through that storm, and why I brought that up is that when I speak on things, I definitely have a lot of testimonies. That I have a lot of testimonies, and I've just always been a resilient person because God put it in me. Like, that's my purpose. He made me be a purpose driven person that never stays down. I just get up. I just get up. I just get up. I just get up. Ooh, I'm getting emotional. Ooh, I'm tearing up. I don't know why. I just get up. I just get up. You gotta get up. You gotta say that to yourself. You just gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta fight. You gotta keep going. And whatever happens, you go to the next level. You look at that and be like, dang, that was pretty messed up. And then you look in the mirror and go, but I'm still standing though. I'm still standing. And then you keep moving. Because let me tell you, um, it, even a storm, a super major storm, it doesn't live in it doesn't stay in the sky. It doesn't live in the sky. We can have a horrible storm come through, right? Storms just come through, lightning, but guess what? The storm does not claim permanent residency in the sky, does it? The storm always passes. We just had some major stuff here in Cleveland, and it was on the news everywhere. We had tennis size, tennis ball size hail come down and tore up my whole neighborhood where I live at, right? But guess what? On the other side of town, or I'm talking to my sister Shonda. I'm talking to her on the phone. She don't even know that it even happened. And we in the same city here in Cleveland. And that storm came through, and within like 30, I'm telling y'all, less than an hour, the storm was over, the sun was back out, and everybody kept moving. But it did some major damage, and just like that, and then it moved on. And it didn't damage everybody, right? It didn't damage every neighborhood, just certain neighborhoods were touched, right? Okay. So, but guess what? It's gone. That storm is gone. We rebuilding all of our houses. You see somebody every day, somebody on somebody's roof. I'm getting my whole new siding done. So guess what? I just got upgraded. That's how I looked at it. I said, oh, okay, about to upgrade. And I really been thinking about selling my home. So look how God works. You got to look at things because now I will have my house gonna look brand new. And I already kept it nice, but it's gonna look brand new. And now I have new siding, and I was thinking about selling my house. So that storm actually produced a rainbow for me at the end of the day. That storm came and it went. But if the storm does not have permanent residency in the sky. That's how you have to look at your life. These storms don't have permanent residency in your life. When something happens to you, it's not staying. It don't have to stay. That's your choice. It is your choice to not let the discomfort define you. And if you can't figure out how to get out of it, then do things like right now. Go look up someone that's positive and get some tips. Go to a friend that that's been through something and talk it out. Talk it out. But the main thing you have to do is not go anywhere but inside yourself. The first place you should go is when that storm hit, is inside yourself. What am I doing? How do I change the energy and the frequency of my life? And the first thing, I don't care what it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care how bad it is, how good it is. The first thing you need to do is sit down and pray and be grateful. I am grateful for this moment in my life right now because I 1,000% know that there is going to be something great on the other side of this. That I will not be that same person that I was. And if you're going through something tough right now, you don't even want to be this person right now anyway. So be excited that you will not be this same person when you wake up tomorrow. And you can move towards being a better person if you pray it out. You meditate, and you really do have to do your breath work, you guys. Look it up. Look up some breath work. YouTube, go to YouTube University. I'm actually going to have some tips. My doctor friend, Ariel, she will be back. You will see her periodically throughout the year. I'm gonna have her come on and we can have her talk about doing breath work. We do some breath work together. You guys, breathing is absolutely, totally going to give you life. It's life changing. And think about it right now. You want to know how you alive? You know how got another chance? Do this real quick. Everybody should stop what you're doing and breathe in. That breath you just took just told you you're alive. That breath you just took just told you that you are something special. Because everybody can't breathe right now. There are people who weren't breathing. They're not breathing. That was breathing yesterday, not breathing today. You just breathe. You just pulled it in and pulled it out. And when you do that, it actually calms your mind. When you breathe, think about it. Breathe in. I'm gonna still keep talking while you do it, but breathe in and hold it for four count, and then release it. What happened when you did that? You actually paused for a minute. You actually took some time to breathe in. That when it come out, it's a release. It feels good. You are releasing. And so it's important that you do breath work. I do it every day. I do it every single day. And I increase it when I'm going through a time where I'm like, ooh, I'm all over the place. Let me sit down and ground myself. So look up breath work. I want you guys to really, really, really do that. Because this is something that a lot of people need to understand. Your story, because all of us, we're a book. We are a book. Your life is your personal biography. Your it's your book. And there's a chapter, and you're going from chapter to chapter. Chapter one, you was born. Two, whatever you did. Three, you keep going. Your story stretches so far beyond the chapter that you're in right now. You right now, I'm gonna pick a chapter. Say you at chapter 10. Your story is bigger than chapter 10. The book doesn't stop at chapter 10, it continues on. Your story stretches way past the chapter that you are in right now. And understand that this too shall pass. Remember that this too shall pass. You cannot be panicking. You got to be persistent. I want you to write that down. Don't panic. Be persistent. Be persistent in your faith. Be persistent in the fact that you're ready to keep on moving. Be persistent that you can win this battle. Be persistent that inside of you, you have decided that you will no longer be the person that you do not desire to be. Decide if you are the person that you are, that you, if you have put in the work and you like, I'm really loving myself. Guess what? It don't stop right there. You got another chapter. You think you great now? Oh, the greatness that is set for you, the bar that you set for yourself, you set your bar right here, right? Oh no. God and the universe set that bar so much higher. That's the thing. That's why you have to continue to pray and meditate. That's why you have to continue to stop and take time to listen, to see where you are in life, because you can have your own goals. You can have your own bar set. I promise you, what's really set for your life is way higher than you can see. But if you get to that place, if you set a goal, if you set a place that you would like to be, and you sit down and say, this was what I want to manifest for my life, this is what I want, and you get there, you automatically gonna look back and be like, I did that. Okay, well, let me see what else I can do then. I already made my 50,000. I'm gonna make 100,000. I already made, oh, I made 100. I'm gonna make 500,000. And it's not about money, but it could be, I gonna lose 5 pounds, and you did it. And now when you lose that five, what are you like? You're motivated to lose 10. When you lose 10, you're motivated to lose 20. That is your life. When you go to school and you get out and you become a nurse, next thing you know, you probably want to be a nurse practitioner. I mean, you can just, it's wherever, whatever you want to do. I don't care if you're the garbage man. That be the best garbage man out in these streets. I don't care if you do hair. Be the best hairstylist out in these streets. But the goal is to be happy. And if anybody has ever listened to my song called Love Yourself, one of my favorite lines in my song that I love is, the end game should always be happiness. The end game should always be happiness. If your end game is happiness, then you're gonna find a way to get there. And you know how you can be happy, and you know how you can be satisfied, and you know how you can really enjoy your life, is finding out what your purpose is and living in it. Because once you know what your purpose is, you cannot lose. Let me get a little closer. Once you know what your purpose is, you can't lose, because all you're gonna do is live in that purpose. You're gonna be going forward in that. If your purpose is to be a fashion designer, and you know that and you feel that in your bones, in your soul, you're not gonna stop at the first bomb fashion outfit you just put together. You now going for New York runway. You're gonna go to Italy. You're gonna keep moving. You Once you know what your purpose is, you feel good because you want to get up and live in it. You want to get up and you want to live in your purpose. And somebody's purpose could be, I don't want to do anything at all. I don't really care what your purpose is. I don't. I just would like you to find it. Because everybody, I think a lot of people get caught up. Everybody is not here to be a millionaire. Like, that's just society. Everybody is not living to be a millionaire. Some people are living just to have a marriage and kids. Some people are living to be single for the rest of their life and travel out the world and just pimp it out. I know some people like that, but they living their best life. Uh, some people are here to, just be a good friend, be a good mother, be a whatever. I don't know. But your purpose is going to lead you to your next level. And you need to know that. So do not, please remember what I said. Do not let the discomfort define you. Don't let that moment that you might have made a horrible mistake. I know some people that have been locked up in jail and pimp it out, James. I know that's right, but you deserve it, right, James? I love it. You're looking so amazing too, James. So amazing. And I am so blessed to be able to be on this network with you. CEO James, that's what I'm talking about. His comment on the bottom of the page. But listen, um, I don't. Where did I go? I don't know what I was about to say, but it don't matter because I still got more bars. I got more bars to drop. I got more. I got more. I got more. Um. But what I do want to say is that about the discomfort. That's what I was talking about. The discomfort and not letting it define you because you will get have a moment that could take you down. But usually that moment is to show you that you can be do a lot bit better. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I was going to tell you I know somebody that went through some trouble. I'm saying they went through they had to go through court stuff. They made a mistake, right? They made a mistake. The mistake wasn't huge, but it was a mistake. And it was illegal mistake. They did something they probably shouldn't have did. But they held themselves accountable took full accountability, went through the steps to rectify the situation, and people were trying to tear this individual down. And the person I knew personally, so I knew that their soul was good. They just made a mistake. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Don't ever think that you won't go back get it against the wall, and you might make a mistake too. So I don't judge people for anything like that, but I do judge how you go forward. I'm not gonna make that up. If you in my life. I'm not a super judgmental person about anything, but if you're in my life and you did something that you knew you weren't supposed to do and it tore your life apart and then you did it again, you probably won't be in my life again because I'm just at a place in my life where I'm not gonna have negative energy, any of that type of stuff around me because I just want people to be where I'm going to the top. And peaceful and being able to sleep good at night. Because if you have some people around you that don't do great things, they're not sleeping good. They're gonna wake up in the morning, they're gonna be cranky, they're gonna be bothering you. You don't need that type of stuff in your life. However, if you hold yourself accountable and you are working on becoming a better person, I am right there with you. I will stand right there with you and clap you on and cheer you on and keep you moving and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Well done that you understood the assignment and you changed it, you rectified it. So the person that I was talking about went through something. People was trying to I said her, I wasn't even supposed to say her or him, but okay, her was tearing her down. And let me tell you something, 2 years later, she's swiping her black card and she is in a bigger, more successful, great place because she stayed true to herself. And the people that were tearing her down, I'ma just say they don't seem to be doing so well. Cause it's not anybody's that's another thing I'm gonna throw out there. Because I know this I would say this is gonna be a quick show, but it is not any of our jobs to create karma for anybody that's done us wrong. I don't look at people and have enemies. I pray for you and keep moving because that's not my job. I know if you do me wrong and you do things that are not right, that's going you'll be handled accordingly. And it's not my job. I am not God. I am not your mama and your daddy. I'm not here for that. You will have to deal with whatever you have to deal with in your life. And I see it all the time. I tell people, don't hold that anger in. Let go and let them live that life. Let them figure out how they gonna keep moving because they will not. All good people don't win. Good people win every single day that they can get up with a clear conscience and have peace in their soul. Okay, that's it. That's just a little something right there. But what I want you to say, and I want to end on this note here is release the energy in your current situation that is causing you stress and do not allow it to have permanent residency in your life. Release it. Release it. Get up every morning. And I mean, you got to start waking up early too if you really want to win this day, this game called life. Get up And before you touch a phone, don't you touch their cell phone. Don't you turn on that TV. Don't you look or talk to anybody that's around you that's not being positive. When you wake up in the morning, that's your time. When you wake up, the first thing you do, and I don't care if you like rushing or whatever, don't you shouldn't be rushing because if you got to rush, get up earlier. Because I can't stand when people are like, well, I already got to be at work at 5 in the morning, so I would have to get up at 4. So you 15 minutes for yourself, for your well-being is not worth it. It is. Take 15 minutes and get up in the morning, and when you open your eyes, you just be grateful that you opened your eyes. And the next thing you should be doing is reading something positive, listening to something positive, and writing out, journal something. Journal a to-do list, journal how you would like your day to go, journal what you released from the day before, but write something out that speaks to your soul. It could just be some affirmations. I am grateful for waking up. I am worthy of love. I am uh, wealth is my birthright. Whatever it is that you want, write that out and then go and do a little meditation, get up, take a shower, do whatever you got to do. But start your day without touching. Don't you touch the social media or the TV. Don't you touch that. You get up in the morning and that is your time, your place of peace. And it's life changing. I'm telling you, I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Okay. Listen to me because you do not want to panic in life. You do not want to carry around negativity. Again, do not panic, be persistent. Do not panic, be persistent. Be persistent about winning your life's goals, winning your life's energy, winning in any capacity that winning means to you. And the first thing that I want to tell you, if you are looking for love, you got to be love. Okay? I need y'all to remember that. If you're looking for love, you're going to have to be love. You're going to have to lead with love. Y'all out here wanting these perfect relationships and all this stuff to come to you, but you not even love yourself. If you don't love yourself and you will lead with love, you cannot receive the love that you want. You're going to get some, but it's probably not going to be good love. Everybody can find something, but if you want something that reciprocates what you have in your soul, then you must be that person. Okay? This is Real Talk with Reese. I'm about to sign out. And I just want you to remember that you do not let your current discomfort define you. Do not let your discomfort define you. Do not let anybody else steal your joy. Get rid of the people that get on your gosh darn nerves and focus on you. Because guess what? You matter. You matter. And you heard it here on Real Talk with Reese. I love you. Peace. Write out your tips and stay off that social media that first 15 minutes in the morning and give yourself some grace. You got this. See you next time.